What a ride.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's such a rad view.
You can tell your mama and your daddy too, your brother and your sisters and your best friend too. I'm dreaming of you. Well, all my dreams are sweet when I lay me down to sleep. Now I dream of you.
All right, friends. While I've never ridden this route, I have been here. One of my top 3 favorite sandwiches on earth, and as part of road trips, food, critical. If we're gonna be traveling around, you find the best spots. The Nashville Club here, highly recommend. Very curious to see what everyone thinks about it. So let's get some food. You guys figured out how this process works?
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, I will.
Nashville Club.
This is what was recommended, so Nashville Club it is.
Yeah. You'd be wrong if you tried anything else.
I've been hearing about this place forever, so.
I'm definitely getting a shirt or
I'm
two.
having decision overwhelm.
Decision overwhelm.
Yeah.
It's easy. Nashville Club.
Nashville Club, George, you've been told.
No,
You're not doing Nashville Club?
I was thinking about the dip, the doobie, the beef dip.
What I recommend is order a Nashville Club and then order a second sandwich. All right. See what everyone thinks.
All right.
And now you kids like them extra sloppy.
We need a rating scale, bro. Like we need to come up with a rating scale.
This looks amazing.
What's everybody give it on the visual?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, bro.
Cheers.
My visual's a 10 out of 10.
Cheers. Cheers.
Look at this. This must be what a crunchy Dutch thingy is.
A crunchy Dutch?
Oh, that looks good, too.
Of course it does. Of course it
Of course it does.
Was there another option?
No.
I like this sandwich.
Yeah, our sandwich rips. It's so good.
I like how it just went silent.
Yep. This is amazing.
Oh, man. Very happy to be back.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for everything.
You're incredible. What's your name?
I'm Teresa.
Teresa, I want to be your best friend.
Food's great. We appreciate it a ton. Lovely place to stop. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Can't believe how beautiful of a day it's been.
Yeah, it's been gorgeous.
How's it been for you on the back of the bike?
I mean, it's so comfortable. It couldn't be built any more for comfort. You know what I mean? The backrest, the armrests. I've got seat heaters. It's ridiculously comfortable.
Yeah.
And I get to enjoy everything and all these new surroundings that, never been in before. So a little bit different than actually driving.
Yeah, there's times where I'm actually jealous of you because I'm like, oh, I wish I could just look around and enjoy the scenery. It's a little bit different when you're riding, but I started out as a passenger, so I know what it's like just to relax and be able to enjoy the view as opposed to try to focus so much on the road. But don't get me wrong, riding is amazing too, but
A lot of times I'm seeing the back of Matt's head, but yeah, the scenery
There's better
is
things
incredible.
to look at.
I mean, you have a gorgeous, gorgeous head, but beautiful helmet. But yeah, it's a little weird, not being in control.
Yeah.
So I can't always see what's coming up.
Right.
But yeah, I couldn't be more comfortable.
You just gotta trust this guy, that's all.
I do. I trust him a lot. What made you want to drive versus just be a passenger?
So I started out as a passenger, and then for my 30th birthday, actually a couple years ago, I was like, you know what? Let me give this a try. So I hopped on a bike and took the safety course at the local community college and went from there. Yeah. So I actually have an Indian Scout, which is a lot smaller than the Pursuit.
Yeah.
So it's a completely different experience being on the Pursuit compared to the Scout.
I bet.
But I mean, it's so comfortable. I just can't complain about it. Being on the Pursuit, it's like the Cadillac. It's
Yeah.
so comfortable.
I think it's such a fun spaceship.
Yeah, it is.
The Pursuits are built for exactly what we're doing.
So leaving here, we'll head east. We'll get away from the coast. It's gonna be lovely. Totally different scenery. It's gonna warm up a little bit. Excited about that. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Let's do it.
Let's rip. I'm not very nimble.
We did it.
We did it.
We did it. That felt like 3 continents in one day.
Yeah, that's a very strange change of landscape from redwood trees to Mars.
Yeah, it's like the magic school bus.
It got warm.
It was.
A little toasty.
There's a pool here.
I think let's get in there.
I like what your ideas are.
I'm ready for some s'mores.
Yeah. Very, very excited to get to do this with you.
Yeah, it's been good.
I know it's not totally your thing, but there's just not a better way to experience this scenery.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is like the bike trip that people dream of. Like, it's the motorcycle trip you have to take here.
Yeah, the PCH is pretty wild.
Yeah, and it's cool. It's way different than any other road trips we've done together.
Right. I mean, it's something we do every year, so getting to do it in this different form is really fun, and I could see like having a tent in the bags or any of that type of stuff would be really rad.
Mm-hmm. And getting to do it with friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, because so many of the trips are just you and me, or us and Brant, and now we get to share the experience with other people, and that's really cool.
Right. And you. Like, I can't believe we get to do this together.
It's pretty good.
It's a really, really, oh no! Almost ruined it. Try to get sweet and then it attacked me. That's what happens.
I know how much it means to you, and I can see how excited you are about it, and I know how much you care about all of it and care about the experience that everyone else on the trip is getting, and you just want to make sure that everyone has the best time possible. That's very, very evident, and I feel very, very grateful we get to do it together.
Yeah, having you on the bike with me is so different than sitting next to each other in the truck, right? Like, because you're not looking at your phone, you're in.
Oh yeah, and this area of California is really cool too. Like since I've never been to this part of California, yeah, that's all totally new to me. So it's cool being able to see it from the bike because you really feel like you're immersed in it.
I'm gonna grab up on this more. Let's go see what everyone's doing.
Okay.
Always I remember your bad dress and how you turned my mind completely into such a mess so easily. And it really came as no surprise. You looked beyond comparing every time that I came close to making a move. I froze. I always do that. I know it.
Wow. I was not expecting that.
No, that's a change from where we started.
Dude, what a ride.
Yeah.
If I could only be some kind of poet, if I could have my way with words, if only for a day, I would tell you what I feel.
Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah, it felt like it. All of a sudden, like my ears popped.